Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you my recommendations for a MAC starter kit. So this video is for those of you guys who have requested it. I asked on Twitter the other day if you'd like to see something like this and you all said yes. I'm going to try to keep it as concise as possible because I know going into the MAC store can be kind of a whole other experience. Like there's just lipsticks everywhere, eyeshadows everywhere, the music is blaring like uns. It can be intimidating, and if you don't have a MAC store near you, then you're having to deal with online purchases, Googling stuff to see what would work with your skin tones, things like that. So hopefully I can, help you guys out a little bit. If I could do it all again and skip all of the experimentation with other products, these are definitely the things that I would buy first. Now when it comes to foundations, it's kind of funny because I actually don't really look to MAC Cosmetics when I am looking for a foundation. I usually just tend to, try out other brands. Now I know a lot of people have had really great luck and they really love like Studio Sculpt, Studio Fix Fluid. I used that for years, Face and Body. But as far as like a product you could kind of use similarly, I guess, I would say the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural. I mean, you can't really put a price on a good powder. When it comes to makeup, you use powder for everything. I used this today after I applied my lipstick to go around the outer edges to make sure it didn't bleed, to blend out face products, blush, bronzer, touch-ups. It is just one of those things, you use it for everything. So having one like this that is more of a natural finish is, I think anybody can get a lot of benefit from having this in their collection. This one is medium plus. For a bronzer or a contouring product, you just go 2 shades darker than your skin tone. Okay, so moving on to concealers. I think concealers is definitely one of the products that MAC does very, very well. So this is the Pro Longwear Concealer. Now I do have 2 shades because I use it for a lot of different things. The formula of the Pro Longwear Concealer is so unique and so different than any other concealer I can really think of. It's super liquidy, but it has some grip to it. It's almost sticky in a way, but like the good kind of sticky where it stays on your face. And amazing coverage, but feels light and looks like natural skin, so it's just amazing. And I've also found that I can actually use this on other places on my face and it works. Definitely a good one to have in your kit for sure. The Painterly Paint Pots. Friends that I've recommended it to tell me that they can't do their eye makeup anymore without applying this first, that it's totally like changed everything. It definitely makes your eyeshadows look a lot nicer when you have a base. Even if it's the same color as your skin tone, it just evens everything out, gives them something to stick to, and this is just one of those famous products by MAC. They also make a shade called Soft Ochre, which would work for you if you have more yellowy undertones. And when it comes to MAC, for me it's an investment. I really don't purchase, I've used their mascaras before and they're nice. There's nothing wrong with them, but I go through mascara so quickly. I wear it almost every single day, so 3 months later, I'm just tossing it. Or liquid liner I use all the time, so I'm gonna toss that, go through it pretty quickly. I wanna buy something that's going to last me a long time, like a blush or an eyeshadow. I still gotta buy cat food and pay the bills. So I'd say if you want to treat yourself, the eyeshadows is a great place to start. Some of them I have in the individuals and some I do have in the little refill pan, just because it just kind of depends. If it's a color I use a lot, I think it is actually helpful to have it in the individual size, even though it's a little bit more pricey. I think this is $15 and the little tiny magnetic refill pans are, I believe they're $11, I think. And then you can stick them right into the MAC palette. Now some of you guys might disagree with me on this. I really don't get a lot of use out of those more like really basic lid colors. I don't really use them that much. The one that I use for my lid and for a lot of different things, and I get so much use out of, I have it on my lid today, is Vanilla Pigment. Almost like a cream color with a peachy golden iridescence to it, but it's very subtle. So you can use this on your lid as a highlight. You can use it actually on your cheekbones as a highlight. As far as actual like inner corner highlight shades, I'm going to give you 2 options because I think some people lean more towards the golden colors and then other people lean more towards like the brighter, almost whitish type of highlight colors. So the first one is Mylar. And I have used Mylar so much. I think it's beautiful. It's not super shimmery. It's just a really great creamy color. And then for those of you who like more golden shades, Nylon is probably one of the first eyeshadows I ever purchased from MAC. So this one is Mylar, and you can see that one's just a little bit more natural. And then that is Nylon. So it's a very shimmery golden shade. It's really gorgeous, especially with smoky eyes, things like that. Okay, so something else I think everybody can benefit from having a highlight shade in their collection. Also a transition color, something that is 1 to 2 shades darker than your skin tone that you can use just above your lid to blend out darker lid colors, things like that. It's a great foundation for any eye look, and you'll use it all the time. I'm going to show you a bunch because depending on what your skin tone is, you know, your transition color is going to be different. I'm not going to swatch all of these because they're all just basically shades of, you know, tan or brown. But this one is Malt. So if you have very fair skin, I would recommend Malt, or Kid is another one that's really great for fairest of the fair skin. And then this next one is Soft Brown. So you can see Soft Brown is just a little bit more of an orangey tone to it, a little bit more of a tan. So this is great for lighter skin tones, medium. Moving into tan, you know, olive tan skin tones, I would say Saddle. So that's Saddle, just a little bit more of a rich shade. Brown Script, if you have, you know, a little bit of a deeper skin tone, Brown Script is going to be gorgeous. And then I would say Espresso, which I used to say incorrectly for years in my videos. I would say Espresso. And guys, let me know what was up. It's Espresso. Great transition shade. Great transition shade for deeper skin tones. And I have to reiterate, I'm not saying that I recommend every single one of those shades of brown for a starter kit, but I didn't just want to show like one transition color because it's not going to work for everybody. My favorite for just darkening the crease is Handwritten. So I will show you a little swatch of that guy. So that's what Handwritten looks like, and I just find that it's just the perfect dark brown for the outer V. I love it. It's almost like a rich, almost a purpley brown in a way. As far as like a black eyeshadow, I think you cannot go wrong with Carbon by MAC. I use it all the time. I used it today to soften my winged out eyeliner and just set it in place. I use this all the time. If you just want a shimmery kind of golden bronze eyeshadow, which I think a lot of people wear on an everyday basis, I would recommend Tempting. I don't hear a ton about Tempting, but I've always loved it. It's just like a golden bronze color. So that is Tempting. You can see it just has a really pretty sheen to it. Another product that was definitely in my starter kit when I first started using MAC products was Black Track Fluid Line, which is basically just a cream gel eyeliner. I don't use a lot of MAC pencil eyeliners because I think there's a lot of, I mean, they make some great ones, but there's other really great ones at the drugstore. But this I always end up going back to, and I think it's because the formula is just really easy to work with. So if you are a beginner, you might want to try this one because it's very creamy, so it transfers easily. You don't have to fight with it a lot to get it to transfer to your lid. So another product that I think MAC does very well is their blushes, and I did try to narrow it down to 2 because I know that some people lean more towards pinks, like cooler pinks, and then some people lean more towards peachy corally colors. I like both, but this next one was a toss-up between, this and Pink Swoon, but I ended up going with Gentle, and this is a mineralized blush. And I've really never found a color like this that is so gorgeous all the time. No matter what you pair it with, it looks amazing. It's almost similar to Oyster Girl lip gloss, which I'm going to talk about in a second, because it has a cool base but warmer shimmer in it. So that's how I think it just works with everything, because it has the best of both worlds, and it just looks glowy and natural and amazing on everyone, and it's just beautiful. And the next one is Melba. So kind of stinks because mine is in a sad state right now, so it's kind of hard to get the full gist of it, but it is just the most perfect peach color. Definitely the Mineralized blush in Gentle and Melba blush are my top picks. I love them. I do have an entire lipstick collection video where I actually try on all of my lipsticks from my organizer back here, and that should be shut, okay. So if you want a closer look at more MAC lipsticks, then you might want to take a look at that one. I'll link it down below. But as far as a starter kit, I don't think that you really need to go crazy with colors. I think one brighter pink and one everyday color that goes with everything is a good start for me, or just one basic color that goes with everything. But for me, that one is Angel. Actually, in my last tutorial, this one kind of finally bit the dust, but it is a great color. If you love makeup, you should have a bright pink. It doesn't have to be crazy neon pink, but just something a little bit brighter, a little bit more happy, and I would recommend Pink Nouveau to anyone. I live in this lipstick as well, more so now. I have it on today. I wear it all the time. It's my ultimate go-to because it isn't really a neon. It's bright and a little bit more bold, but it's not crazy. So super, super wearable. So as far as lip glosses go, I do think that the lip gloss line from MAC is definitely my favorite gloss from them. I would say that Oyster Girl is definitely always a great choice. It looks good with so many different lipsticks. This one is a cool pink that has that golden shimmer in it, kind of how I compared it to the blush from earlier. So that makes it work with everything. It's just kind of a chameleon. It looks amazing with so many different lip colors and lipsticks. And I think a lot of people benefit from having just a peachy nude type of color in their collection, and Florabundance is definitely a great one. It is kind of creamy, it's a little bit milky, so it's really opaque and really shows up and goes with a lot of different lipsticks. So love this one. This is Angel lipstick and then Pink Nouveau, and then Oyster lip gloss and Florabundance on the end. One last thing I wanted to show you guys, this is Fix Plus. So this is a skin refresher, and it can also be used as a finishing spray or a setting spray, but it can be used for a lot of other things. You can actually spray this on your skin before you apply your makeup, and it will give you a little bit of moisture and just refresh your complexion. And then I spray it after I do all of my makeup to lock everything into place. And you can also use it to apply loose pigments such as vanilla. I use it to apply loose pigments or even my pressed pigments just to give them a little bit of an extra oomph. So, and even like colors from my other palettes, like just other eyeshadows, bronze eyeshadows, gold eyeshadows, things like that that have a little bit of a metallic edge to them, look even more like metallic-y when you spritz a little bit of this on your brush. It's not something you automatically think you want to start off using because it's not actual makeup. It's not like a blush or a lipstick or something, but you will find so many uses for this stuff, I'm telling you. Okay, so I could probably go on and pick more things, but I'm gonna cut myself off right there. These are just my suggestions. These are the things that I really got the most use out of, and I've tried a lot of products from MAC. I'm not a MAC makeup artist, so keep that in mind. I haven't tried everything, but as an outsider, I also think that I have a different perspective on it, being someone who's just, you know, a consumer of their products. So, hopefully it was helpful. That's why I did the video, for those of you guys who asked for it. And thank you so much for checking it out, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!